Hello, a very good afternoon. Bon après-midi. Today, we are going to begin a new section and a new topic. That is the different kinds of articles in French. Actually, speaking, there are four kinds of articles in French. Le, les articles définis, indéfinis, singulier et pluriel, and article contracted et partitif. Now, instead of making it very difficult or complicated for you, I would like to begin by focusing first of all only on definite and indefinite articles. Les articles définis et indéfinis, singulier et pluriel. Okay, let me look at the PowerPoint first. Now, the definite articles are le, la, l'apostrophe, and les. And the indefinite articles are un, une, and des. Now, what exactly are these? What are the correspondences with the articles in English? And what are the cases in which we are going to use them? Let us see. Now, if you talk about the definite articles in French, then there are four of them. Le, that is the, which represents masculine singular. Now, all of these are forms of the. La is again the, which represents feminine singular. An apostrophe represents masculine or feminine when there is a vowel after that, because I think you know the rule in French that two vowels cannot come face to face with one another. So if we have a word beginning with a vowel after le, then whether it is le or la, both have a vowel at the end. So we put L apostrophe. Again, les or lay again means the, which is masculine and feminine plural. These are the forms of the definite article the or le in French. The indefinite article has again three forms: are, that is a or an, masculine singular; une, a or an, feminine singular; and they, which means some, masculine and feminine plural. Now, le, la, l'apostrophe, and les, these are the definite articles. These words all mean the. Now, how do we know which to use? Now, if the noun is plural, these you see, the use of the definite article will be entirely dependent on the gender and number of the nouns which we are using. For example, let's take the case that we have a masculine singular noun. Let me write for you. Let's say we have, among the nouns that we have considered, we have cahier or copy. Okay, so I can write. So what am I going to put before cahier? Suppose I want to put a definite article. This is masculine singular. Therefore, I will put le over there. So le cahier. Okay. And if I have a feminine singular noun like voiture or car, for example, then I will put la over there. La voiture. Okay. Right? Or, for example, before a proper noun like the river Seine, for example, la Seine. Okay. What about the L apostrophe? Okay. Suppose I have the word école or school, which is feminine singular. So la école, obviously cannot write that. So l'école, l'école, L apostrophe, E-C-O-L-E, l'école. Okay. So these are some of the ways in which we can use the definite articles, the masculine and feminine forms. Now, what about the plural? Uh, so if we have garçon, garçon, for example, so then that is masculine plural. So I will have to say les garçons. Please note that C has TCDL over there. Okay, so les garçons. This is masculine plural. Okay? Or I can have les filles. Again, this is feminine plural. That will not really make a difference whether the noun is masculine plural or feminine plural. I will use the form les. So les garçons is the same, is used as well as les filles. Okay. What about the use of the others which are indefinite? Okay, let us see what is mentioned over here. If the noun is plural, there is only one definite article we can use, obviously, les. For example, to say the teachers, we have to say les professeurs. So I have to add an S to the noun, singular noun, professor. If a noun is plural, you don't need to know whether it is masculine or feminine to choose the correct article because there is only one plural article to choose from, that is les. Right, so it will not make a great deal of difference over there. But it's going to make a world of difference if it is masculine singular or feminine singular. Because we cannot possibly use le or la interchangeably. Okay, let us then proceed. Now, if the noun is singular, then you have to choose from le, la, and L apostrophe. Now, obviously, the use of the definite article or the choice of the definite article will depend upon the gender of the noun that follows, whether it is masculine or feminine. Okay. Now, you have to know the gender of the noun. This is what I have been saying also. Now, the use of la with feminine nouns, like table, la table. If you want to say the table, you have to say la table. Carte or map is feminine. How would you say the map? You have to say la carte. Okay? Magnifique. Now, if the use of le with masculine nouns, since the noun crayon or pencil is masculine, if you want to say the pencil, you have to say le crayon. Now, since stylo or pen is masculine, how would you say the pen? Le stylo. Okay, right. Now, when do we use L apostrophe? Now, le oignon, or the onion, le agraphis, the stapler, le école, the school. Now, these words have all the thing in common, that is they start with a vowel and they are singular. Okay, so a bit of revision. Le livre, it because the book is masculine, so le livre. Prix, or the prix is also a prize. That's also masculine. So le prix. Coupe glacée, that is the ice cream sundae. So that is feminine. So we have to say, we have to put la coupe glacée, the ice cream sundae. Boisson is feminine. Now that's plural. So I'd say les boissons or les oignons, the onions. And ordinateur is masculine, but again we cannot say le ordinateur because there are two vowels. So I have to say l'ordinateur, L apostrophe ordinateur, l'ordinateur, or the computer. So let us go to the indefinite articles un, une, and they now. Now, un, une, and they are indefinite articles. They don't refer to any specific item. Un or une, okay, are like a or an. But they means some unidentifiable quantity or unspecified quantity. Now, we have the masculine noun livre, so un livre, a book. And if it is feminine, then you have to say une. Une portion, a serving. They frites or some fries. Are warrior and onion. Uniform and apple. So a simple rule of thumb will be you find out uh, which is it, whether it is masculine or whether it is feminine, and accordingly you will put either R or Yun. Uniform, that is an apple, this is feminine, so you have to put Yun over there. Now, in front of a masculine singular noun, use R. In front of a feminine singular noun, use Yun. In front of a masculine or feminine plural noun, use they. Okay. Now, let us now watch a small video on the use of definite and indefinite articles in French. Sorry, just give me a minute. Let me not forget it. Yes, starting the video now.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Learn French with Alexa. Today, folks, we are going to learn about indefinite articles. That's right. That's why I titled this lesson Les articles indéfinis. Indefinite articles.
ओके गूगल झांसी वाली रानी गाना सुनाओ
जरूर यह रहा
तमाकुड़ी सन 57 में वो तलवार पुरानी थी तमाकुड़ी सन 57 में ओके गूगल 57 को इंग्लिश में क्या कहते हैं
57
All of Google for all of you. Google Nest Mini.
There is a video available for definite articles, which I invite you to watch if you have not done so already. But today, we are going to learn about indefinite articles. Now, indefinite article is a grammatical term, but what does it mean? For example, I would like you to give me an indefinite article in English. Well, you definitely have one in English, and it comes before a noun usually. Okay, I help you. The article is a. It designs something non-specific, as in there is a carrot on the table. So it is a carrot, but on the table. See here? I've used two definite and indefinite articles. A being indefinite, the being a definite article. Can you hear the difference? And how the meaning of the sentence changes just by swapping the articles over? Okay, so indefinite article would be a, as I said. As in a non-specific thing, I use a pen. I'm reading a book. So since you are not pointing out what book it is or have never referred to it before, you would use a. Now, let's have a look at the different indefinite articles we have in French. Well, we have two. One is un, and the other one is une. Une comes before a feminine gender, a feminine noun, a feminine thing, and un before a masculine one. Okay, so the same rule applies as to when you use a definite article, as I've stated in another video, le or la. Okay, so a word is either feminine or masculine and will either have une or un in front of it when it is in its singular form. And when you're saying a pen, a computer, a lamp, whatever. When it is plural, that means more than one, then we use the word des, D-E-S, such as tables or chairs would be in French des tables. Have a look. Okay, des chaises, and you definitely have to put des in front of the article if you want to translate tables, chairs. You see, in English you don't, but in French you will always have to have an article in front of the noun. A word which has an E at the end is more likely to be preceded by the article une. For example, une table. Have a look, the ending is E. Une carotte. And again, it's a E sound, so it's likely to be une. Une lampe, that's a lamp. Une flûte, and that's a recorder. Une flûte, okay, etc. So there is an E at the end of this word, so it's more likely to be une, actually, 75% of the time. But we do have exceptions. Sometimes the word does not have an E and will still be feminine, such as une caméra, okay? Une télévision, and that's a television. Une fleur, and that's a flower. And this word does not end with an E, but it's still feminine. I know it is hard to tell when a word is feminine or masculine, but try and practice. If you get it wrong, it is not the end of the world. Okay, we would still understand what you mean. And as I say, it still sounds cute anyway. As for the masculine article, un, well, you would say, for example, un éléphant. Okay, that's an elephant. Un train. Un car. And that's a coach, another car. Un chariot. Un robinet, and that's a tap, as in tap of water, etc., etc. But also you would say un livre. Here, livre ends with an E and is not feminine but masculine, so it belongs to one of these exceptions.
Okay, sorry about that. I think we'll resume.
Apples on the table. Okay, so apples on the table. But you could also say there are some apples on the tables, on the table, just one table. Okay, so the thing is, in English, you can say the sentence without any articles. There are apples on the tables, on the table. I can't say it. There are apples on the table. What? But in French, we would have, I mean, it's obligatory to put an article before apple in order to give it its plural gender. And the only way we can do that is by saying des, D-E-S. So we would say, il y a des pommes sur la table. We would just not say, il y a pommes sur la table, like you do in English. That does not exist in French at all. We will have to put an article. And this article is des, the plural form, okay, of this indefinite article. Il y a des pommes sur la table will translate as there are apples on the table or there are some apples on the table. Is that clear? Is that okay with you? Okay, here's a game. Guess whether the word appearing on the screen just here is un or une. Okay? How about ordinateur? Ordinateur, which is a computer. That's un ordinateur. It's a computer. It's masculine. Here's another one. Crayon. That means crayon. And it's un crayon. It's masculine. Here's another one. Pain, as in some bread or bread. It's un pain. Un pain. Très bien. That means a bread, okay? Photo. Photo, as in photographie. Well, because photography ends with an E, it's une photo, okay? But we imagine that the word is not quite photo, but photographie, une photo. Feuille, and that means leaf, as in the leaf of the tree. Feuille, look at the ending, and the logic is that it's une feuille. Well done. Sofa, and that's a sofa as in a sofa bed. Un sofa, very good. And how about araignée? That's a spider. Araignée, une araignée. Very good. It's une araignée. I know it is hard to get it right, but trust me, it comes with practice. It does. All these words that can become plural, by the way, just by adding des, D-E-S, in front of them. So if you took the same words, you would say not un éléphant, but you would say des éléphants. Des éléphants. I'm doing the liaison between the S of des and the E of elephant. I can do that because elephant begins with a vowel. So elephant means elephants, okay, but we would say des éléphants. Des trains, trains. Des cars, coaches. Des chariots, trolleys, etc. And we would translate these as, like I said, elephants, trains, cars. Okay, we wouldn't in English necessarily put some trains, some cars, okay? But it can be both in English, as in no articles, and some, as in the article. But in French, you always have to put des in front of a noun, or un or une. Put an article in front.
Hi, I'm Dr. Amy Killen. I have my own medical practice, and I've been using Doodly now for a few.
Here's a game. Transform the next word into its plural form. For example, un parapluie, which is an umbrella. Un parapluie. Des parapluies will be, it's a plural form, okay? So I transform un parapluie, one umbrella or a umbrella, into umbrellas, which is des parapluies. Here's another word, un banc, which is a bench. You will transform that as des bancs. Very good, benches. The next one, vélo, un vélo, which is a bicycle. In its plural form will be bicycles, but in French, des vélos. Very good. And another one, une orange. That's an orange, okay? An orange. Une orange. Oui. Des oranges would be the plural form of oranges, okay? Orange. And the last one, how would you put into its plural form? Une balle, as in a ball. Une balle would be des balles. Well done, very good. It's not hard, is it? I think the hardest part would be to find whether the word is un or une. Okay, the same way as you would find whether a word is le or la. Okay, so by the way, and one last thing, if you say une pomme, as in an apple, when you put it into its definite article form, the apple, it will be la pomme. You follow the same logic, okay? They have to be feminine all the time, okay? Not one article masculine, one article feminine, okay? So, to summarize, we have two ways of saying a. Un for masculine word and une for feminine. And by the way, they both mean one, as in the number one. So if you were to say there is one apple on the table, you would also say il y a une pomme sur la table. Okay? We don't just say un, as in one, but une, as pomme is feminine. Okay? So une, deux, trois, or un, deux, trois. Okay, that works both ways, by the way. Do you get it? Okay, so, and the last article is des, which means some, okay, when using the word in its plural form. Okay? Un, une, or des. Now it's up to you. What do you want to do with this and why don't you practice? Have a look at a French word or an English word, try to translate it into French and put the right article. Play with the indefinite article, which we just have seen, or the definite article, le or la. Okay? I think that's it for me today. Lots of information to take in. Have a look at this lesson again if you wish. Okay? And I'll see you very soon. Au revoir, monsieur. Au revoir, madame. Au revoir, mademoiselle. À bientôt et bisous, bisous.
Okay, so that was nice, wasn't it? So we learned a lot about the forms of the articles, both definite and indefinite, or defini et indefini, singulier et pluriel from this lesson. Let's take a few examples now to make it clearer. So suppose I have, let us say, again, I'm taking the words which we have already looked at before. So, livre. Okay. So if it is livre is masculine, so un livre, and plural is des livres. Then cahier, we have already seen, crayon and stylo, let us see. These are both masculine. So un crayon, des crayons, un stylo, des stylos. Now, some feminine words. Gomme, une gomme. This is feminine. So une gomme, des gommes. Okay. Then règle, une règle, des règles. Okay. Table and chaise, both being feminine words. Une table, des tables. Une chaise, des chaises. Okay. Banc or bench, that's also masculine. So un banc, des bancs. Right. So suppose we look at some sentences where we are using them. Well, I can say it like this. This is, say, the singular and plural. C'est un homme. For plural, we would say ce sont des hommes. C'est une femme. Ce sont des femmes. C'est un garçon. Ce sont des garçons. C'est une fille. Ce sont des filles. C'est un livre. Ce sont des livres. C'est un cahier. Ce sont des cahiers. C'est un stylo. Ce sont des stylos. C'est un crayon. Ce sont des crayons. C'est un banc. Ce sont des bancs. C'est une serviette. Ce sont des serviettes. C'est une gomme. Ce sont des gommes. C'est une règle. Ce sont des règles. C'est une table. Ce sont des tables. C'est une chaise. Ce sont des chaises. Okay, suppose I ask the question like this. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est un livre. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ce sont des livres. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est une chaise. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Ce sont des chaises. Okay, and remember, the question is always in the singular. The answer can be singular or in plural. Uh, Une serviette. This is feminine. That's a men's handbag. And un sac. This is masculine. This is a woman's handbag. Okay. Mm, So suppose I have to say here is a pencil. So how will I say it? The word for pencil is what? Is it stilo or is it something else? Stilo. Stilo is a pen. So a pencil is crayon. Here is a pencil. So voici un crayon. Voici un crayon. Here is a book. Voici un livre. Here is an eraser. Voici une gomme. Okay. So note that l'ami must be written as L apostrophe AMI. La ami must be written as l'ami. L'homme must be written as L apostrophe HOMME, l'homme, and la horloge must be written as l'horloge. Okay. So once again, let us look at a little bit of conversation now to prepare for presenting ourselves in French and talking about families. So to go back to the petite histoire or Jean et Marie, une petite histoire de Jean et Marie. So qui est-ce? Il est Jean. So you can see this is Jean. He has a red bicycle, so he looks quite smart and a little bit mischievous too. Qui est-ce? Il est Jean. So Jean has a red bicycle. This is his presentation of himself. Je m'appelle Jean-Christophe. J'ai 18 ans. J'habite à Paris. My name is Jean-Christophe. I am 18 years old, or I have 18 years. I live in Paris. J'habite à Paris. And then he says something more about himself. Je suis étudiant à la lycée Saint-Sébastien. Je suis étudiant à la lycée Saint-Sébastien. That is, I am a student at the lycée of Saint-Sébastien. It's the high school. Now this is his sister, Marie. Je m'appelle Marie. So what is the term for sister in French? Sœur. So, qui est-ce? Elle est Marie. So, elle est Marie. Marie est la sœur de Jean. Marie is John's sister. Marie est la sœur de Jean. Okay. So, je m'appelle Marie. She says, my name is Marie. I live in Paris. J'habite à Paris. J'ai 12 ans. So, she also lives in Paris. She is 12 years old. So, obviously, she's a younger sister to Jean. Now, she says, j'ai une petite chatte, Fifi. That is, I have a small cat or little kitten rather called Fifi. This is Marie's friend, Caroline. Elle est Caroline. Caroline est mon amie. Caroline is my friend. Elle adore son vélo. This is her bicycle. Elle adore son vélo et son chien Bou. Elle adore son vélo. This is her bicycle. And also the chien, that is Boubou, Bibou, sorry. Elle adore son vélo et son chien Bibou. You can see Bibou is running ahead of the bicycle over here, and there is the Eiffel Tower visible in the distance. La Tour Eiffel de Paris. Okay. So, if we are to say or introduce ourselves and our families, so certain things we can say, like, let's say about myself, je suis étudiant, je suis étudiant, I'm a student, and if you are a female student, you'll say je suis étudiante, je suis étudiante. And mon père est professeur, ma mère est professeur aussi. So my father is a teacher, my mother is also a teacher. Ils sont des professeurs. They are professors, both of them. So Jean et Marie habitent à Paris. À les Capières, Capières, Lomé. Ils adorent leurs vélos. Ils adorent leurs vélos. Et Marie et Caroline aiment, aiment leurs chats et chats. Okay. So I think we will pause with this for today, except that I will try to revise the numbers from 1 to 100. So let us just revise them. So 1 to 10. Let me just revise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now 11 to 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, now 21 to 30. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31 to 40. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41 to 50. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. 50. That is 50. 51 to 60. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Now 70 is 60. Sorry, 60 is 60. 61 to 70. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. That is 70. 71 to 80. 71, 72, 73, 74, 65, 66, 77, 78, 79 and 80. That is 80. 81 to 90. 81, oh, 81 is 80. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and then 90. That is 90. The 91, 100, 91, 11, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 17, 98, 99, and so on. So we have looked at the numbers from 1 to 100. Now let me revise the salutations. Les salutations. Or reform the politesse. Les salutations. In the morning we say bonjour. Now to wish people a good day, we say bonne journée. Afterwards, during lunch, one says bon après-midi. And in the evening, bonsoir. And if you are to take the leave of somebody late in the evening, then you say bonne nuit. To wish people to have a pleasant evening, you say bonne soirée. Okay, bonne soirée. And then good evening. And good evening is bonsoir. Have a pleasant evening, bonne soirée. And good night is bonne nuit. This is a favorite greeting compared to the others which are not. Okay, this brings us to the end of the lesson for today. I shall be talking more about nouns, masculine and feminine, and more about the kind of objects which figure over there. So with this, I would like to bring this class to a close. Thank you very much. Let me pause over here. So, au revoir.